What's up, Titans fans? It's your boy CD back again with another episode of Titan Up Today. Today, the long and the short, there is no week 4 for the Tennessee Titans. This is now officially no longer the Titan Up Today preview of the Steelers game. This is now Titan Up Today COVID-19 edition. No need to delay. Let's get down to it. All right, Titans fans, it's week 4. We are ready, hyped up, excited, and ready for some great football. Thursday night football kicks off tonight. That is nothing great about that game. You get two of the worst teams playing each other. I think this game might be 3-0, if not 0-0, ending up in a tie. It's going to be miserable. But nonetheless, right now, the Steelers are supposed to be coming into town to face our Tennessee Titans in a big matchup. I'm hyped up. I'm so ready for this. And COVID-19 strikes our house. Shane Bowen gets COVID, pops positive for it prior to the game last week. That's a whole other story that we'll come up with and we'll talk about later. But we get the news on Monday that he has COVID or been popped positive for COVID. So my question is, that excitement kind of diminishes. You start to feel like, okay, how's this going to work out? How's the NFL going to handle this situation? You wait, get the news, Daquan Jones, like, okay, Daquan, he's on the IR now, the COVID section of the IR, and our long snapper, Bo Brinkley, is also on the IR, and you're like, all right, so we got two guys we lost, but we can bounce back from this, no big deal. Come catch more word, oh, there's probably another 4 or 5 people. We get up to a total of 8 individuals that have gotten positive tests for COVID. Now I'm really starting to worry. They shut down our operations. The Steelers are in Pittsburgh practicing, having team meetings, everything's fine. They're preparing to play us on Sunday, and we are at home quarantined. This is not a good setup for a game that's supposed to be a really good matchup between the two of us, and it could have huge playoff implications later on down the road, along with seeding later on. So I'm worried about this. Then you catch the word, say, hey, we're going to go ahead and postpone the game for Sunday. Monday or Tuesday night is when we'll play. So I'm back to excited. All right, I'm hyped up. Get this preview ready for you guys. But all the same, I'm thinking we're going to lose a little bit of time in the locker room with the guys in preparation, but shouldn't take too long. We'll catch back up Friday, Saturday. We'll get locked back up and catch up with the Steelers and where they're at, and then beat these guys on our territory on Monday or Tuesday night. Hyped up again, excited. Just catch the news not a half an hour ago as watching our coach talk that the NFL went ahead and straight postponed the game for the entire week. We are now officially week 4 bye week, playing no one this week, resting in our homes, trying to stay COVID free for the remainder of the week and prepare for the Bills next week. So that excitement goes to worry goes back to exciting, and then I'm right back to disappointed because there's no Titans football this week. So although that stinks, you have to see the positive, right? The silver lining around that dark cloud. So what is that positive that we could take from this? First off, we have time to get healthy. Not only COVID healthy, which is a big thing, but the other side of it is Adoree Jackson gets an additional week, that we don't lose a week or a game, that we lose him on the field. Same thing with A.J. Brown. We didn't know he's questionable. Come to find out, news just broke that they said he will be a go for week 5 against the Bills, as long as he has no setbacks, obviously, throughout this next coming up weeks. That's good. So we got almost our full squad back ready to go. Vic Beasley, Malcolm Butler, these guys who've been having nagging injuries over the past couple weeks get an additional week to heal. This is going to definitely affect us and help us push forward for week 5. Positive. The negative side of this is, all right, we have a long road ahead. This new road, the schedule, when you break it up, we had a week 7 bye. We're going to play 6 games in a row. Then we're going to go ahead and take this break, week 7, then come back out and play the rest of our games to end the season going into the playoffs. Now, we fast forward, pushed it up 4 weeks, and now we have 13 straight football games that we have to play here on out. And hopefully we get a bye going into the playoffs. If we don't, then we're stuck running right into the playoffs and continuing. We could play up to however many games, 17 games if we go to Super Bowl. Not, I guess it wouldn't be the Super Bowl with the break, but we get a 1 week break before the Super Bowl. But we could play 16 games back to back to back every single week for the upcoming future. That's not what anybody wants to do. So we'll have to manage our team. I'm thinking now we're looking at Derrick Henry's snaps, which he's already on pace to run for, I think, like 450 yard or 450 carries throughout the season. That obviously needs to be tailored back and get him some rest throughout these games and let them play. So managing our roster, getting other guys snaps that wouldn't normally have snaps. They'll be getting a lot more snaps, I'm thinking, throughout the regular season going towards the playoffs to get our guys some rest in preparation for the long road that's ahead of us. So that's definitely a negative for us. That positive, another positive is preparation for the Buffalo Bills. Right now, the Buffalo Bills are undefeated 3-0. This week, they'll play another team. I don't even know who they're playing right now off the top of my head, but they'll play again. If they win, they're 4-0 coming up against us. There's another matchup where you have two undefeated squads that are going in the AFC looking for a top spot. It's a major game, and the Bills looked great last week against the Rams, although they did have like a slipping for the second half where they almost gave it right back to them, but they finished that game with the win. So these Buffalo Bills are tight. The defense is good. The offense is really, really good, led by Josh Allen these days, but we have to be prepared for him. Well, we get an extra week. So right now, even though we're not in the gym, lifting or running plays, getting our timing down, we can still review film at home and prepare for Josh Allen's Bills, as well as that defense with Micah Hyde in them. So we can get prepared. It gives us one additional week to prepare for them, and they are not having that additional week as they have to prepare for this week's matchup. So that's a positive, another positive for us. So have to try to take our bumps and our bruises through this process. I think as fans, it hurts more than probably it does for the players in this case, because the players get to rest and they'll still get to play these games. Just have to wait a little bit longer. They'll be all right. Nonetheless, I have a big question for the NFL. And I'm not throwing rocks at them. I understand that they're trying to make money all the same, trying to entertain the masses. But if I'm hearing this news correctly, which I've now read a couple reports that are saying the same exact thing, our outside linebackers coach, Shane Bowen, popped positive for COVID-19 prior to the team departing to go to Minneapolis. So the whole team is together. We're practicing, doing our thing. He's obviously interacting with coaches, along with media and staff, along with the players. They're all in the mix. I'm sure they're eating together, meetings, everything is together. All of a sudden he pops positive, and all they do is say, hey, you can't go to Minnesota, you stay here. The rest of the team travels. The whole team travels to Minnesota, hence why Minnesota Vikings end up having to test as well down the road. But I thought initially when the news came out, oh yeah, on Monday we popped positive for COVID. We must have caught it in Minneapolis while we were out there, or who knows how it happened. But we knew that someone had COVID-19 and had the symptoms of COVID-19 prior to the entire team going out to play that game. And that to me is extremely weird. I know it seems like the NFL has taken all the right steps. That to me seems like the NFL was trying to make sure that there was a game being played on Sunday in Minnesota. It did not matter whose health was at risk at that point in time. So again, I don't know how it's all going to shake out. I'm sure an entire report will come about from this, but at this moment in time, it just has my wheels turning, wondering what is more important to the NFL at this point in time. Is it health and safety of the players out there, as well as the staff and the media that are around those players, or is it about that almighty dollar? Because right now I'm definitely questioning that. So it is Thursday. I don't want to drag this on too long. I wish that we could give a whole preview. I went into the details. I get the nuts and bolts of this matchup that is not a matchup anymore and won't be happening. It looks like it won't be taking place until about week 7. It looks like, because the Steelers week, their week off, their bye week is week 8 right now, scheduled that way. And it looks like they're probably going to move the Steelers up move their bye week to week 4 right now, play us week 7, which is our scheduled bye week. And then in week 8, which was supposed to be their bye week, along with the Ravens bye week, that they would find a way to maneuver it and then play the Ravens at that point in time. But not 100% sure how it shakes out. We'll take it 1 week at a time. For right now, what we need to know about the Tennessee Titans is that we're off. It's a bye week. Relax. Enjoy the other the other 15 games that will take place. The first game is tonight. These two teams have to play a game. It stinks that they have to play each other because it should be an interesting game to say the least. The Denver Broncos travel to New York to play the Jets, who are 0-3, as well as the Denver Broncos, who are also 0-3. There are no wins in between these two teams as they are 0-6 combined, but they should leave. One of them should leave with the win. I only say should because Philadelphia versus the Bengals ended in a tie. So this could possibly be a tie as well. I don't think so. Vegas has the Denver Broncos to win this game by 1. And the over-under is 40 points, which is pretty low for an NFL game. I still don't think that they cover the 40 points. I think this game is going to be somewhat of a blowout as the New York Jets go ahead at home on a short week and thump the Denver Broncos 23-10. Watch out for Chris Herndon, the tight end. I have a feeling that his athleticism will take front stage, center stage of this game. Watch out. Sam Darnold to Chris Herndon, called it here first. I appreciate you guys again for showing up. I know it's sad. It's heartbreaking. Week 4, there's no football. We're supposed to get like a couple months of football before we have to take a break. But 3 weeks later, no preseason before the start. We get 3 weeks of football, and then they take it away from us for a week. It's okay. We'll get a lot of football running back to back to back. Let's be patient. 1 week off. Enjoy the rest of these games. Hopefully the AFC comes to us. Maybe Kansas City takes a loss. Who knows? Anyways, be patient. I appreciate you guys checking in. Once again, we will have the game predictions on Saturday. Join us. And if you like this episode or any other episodes in the past, like that button or click the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. You are wrong. Subscribe to this channel as well as click that notifications bell. Get yourself notified the next time we upload a video. Before you leave, I got one question for you. COVID free, of course. Why tighten up tomorrow when you could tighten up today? COVID.